Hello everyone, welcome to the course of graphic design. Now we are going to work about Illustrator. So the first thing that you need to know or you need to do, it's if you don't have the program, download the program. It's super cool and it's a cool tool that you can use not only in ISEC but in your daily life. So let's get started. We are going to open, let's say, Illustrator. So we are going to go to File, New, and then it should appear something like this. So for this new document, taking in consideration that the version of Illustrator that I'm working on right now, it's CC, Illustrator CC, but still they're like, it's one of the newest one. So if you have Illustrator CS6 or CS5, they're like not updated, but that ones can also work. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to create the template that we are going to use. So first it's the name, we are going to do a piece for best. So we are going to write here the name of the piece, and then we also can choose between pixels, inch, millimeters, centimeters, and so on. So as I'm working on online things, I usually choose pixels, but you can choose whatever you want. So for this one, I want a perfect rectangle, or no, let's say a square. So I'm going to put 800 here and at 800 here. So the orientation will be for sure vertical, but it's a square, so it should be okay. And then the number of tables that we are going to use. So it's the number of, let's say, pages that you are going to work on. So for now I'm only going to use one, but you can put as many as you want. And after this, also if you're going to work on online things, I suggest you to use the RGB color, because CMJK, it's more for print, and it really, you can really notice the difference between one and another when you are working on it. So I really suggest you RGB. So then you say create the file, and then we are going to replicate this image, and we have our let's say our table, right? So the first thing that you really need to know is that with this you can select things in the space. Things that are outside of the space are not going to appear in the image that you are creating, and some tools that you are going to use. So here we have, let's say, the text, the tool text. So you can do two things with this. The first one is you click, and then it's going to appear the text, and then you start writing. Or the second one, it's the text as well, and you click and put the box that you want to create, like the weight or height of the box that you want to put your text now. So if you do this option, it's going to also appear a lot of text here, right? So for that was the text box, so we are going to erase that. And now for we want to create something, or let's going to create this image that we have here. So the first thing, it's like the background, right? So we see that the background here, it's green. So we are going to go here and use like the background or create the background, we are going to take the shape. Here, if you keep pressing the shape, you can also have a rectangle with soft corners and circles, polygons, and so on and so on. So we are only going to go for the rectangle one, and you either can, let's say, click in the corner here, make a click, and then it's going to appear the weight and height that you want for the rectangle. So usually I put 800 and 800, and it's going to create the background, right? Something important is when, for example, you created, you didn't put it in the specific in the corner, and then you have this border or edge that you don't like. You just click in the shape, and then you can go here, and it's align the objects. So you align with the work table or with the selection. So we are going to choose the work table, and then we are going to put center in the vertical way and center in the horizontal way. So now it's perfect align. And now for the colors, we don't want it black, we want the green. So we click on it, and we double click here in the color, and we are going to copy paste let's say the number that the color has. This color, it's HAX. It's usually the colors that we found online. So we are going to paste it. In this case, it's 54AF41, and then we will click OK. So after this, we already have the background. Now we are going to go with something super cool. So we are going to press Command or Control R, and then you are going to see the rulers here. The rulers are not only for guiding you where should be the things, but also for creating the grids that we were speaking before in the previous course. So here you click in the ruler, and you put it in this side for create the space or the negative space that we were discussing about before, and then for this you do the same process. So when you finish, you already know that this is going, like, this is the negative space that you are going to give to the eyes viewer, and then you are going to put the text. So here we are going to click, and it's for me it's better if you only put a click and not draw the box of the text, because sometimes that can affect the way you design the things. So now we are going to write our text. So, do you want a free night for best? Cool. So now if we press Shift and pull this thing, it's going to be bigger, let's say, and then we want a color, a different color. So it's here we have white, the one that we want. Cool. Then how it's going to work, we go to text that it should be up here, around here, and then we search for the typography that we want to use for our composition. So for me, it's going to be California medium. So if you see, it's the same. So now, but the thing is, I want to split the text. So the first part is do you want? So I'm going to put here, then click here and put enter, and then here, enter again. Oops, I mistake, and then enter again. Cool, now we have our text. We are going to put it in the center. and then we press shift and we pulled again. So now we have our text, let's say, over here, and then it's almost done. But here, if you want, if you notice, that you will find some texture for giving like more presence to the design. So we go for text, the tool of text again, and then we click, we put best, and then we pull the text with shift and in the corner. And here it also you can find the palette of colors. So I want white. Cool. So I don't want this text to be the same color, let's say like this white. I want a little bit lighter. So we are going to go here to opacity, and then we are going to pull this to, let's say, 22, 20, let's say 18%. So it's you see the text, but it's not the same color that this one. So in this way we are going to keep the attention on this and not in this part. Then I'm going to put the text here, but I want to move around, so I'm going to click a space bar, and then this little hand is going to appear. So when you click, you can move whatever you want. Then after that, I realized that I don't want it like this. I want with a different angle. So I'm going to go to the corner of this box that appears here, and then these little arrows are going to appear like this one. So you click, and then you start moving, and that's when you rotate the image. So you you can do Command C, Control C, Control V, that it's a copy paste. So and then it's going to paste it another way. So we don't want that, right? So the thing is, selecting this part, we pressed Alt, and then we drag the other thing, and then we left, still pressing Alt, and that's the thing that it's going to happen. So the cool thing is, when you do this, you already know where the text is going to be, or where it's going to appear. But then I don't want to do everything that are like in the same line, so I press Ctrl D or Command D, and then it repeats in the same later way that we use here. So again, we space bar and click for moving, and we repeat the process. So here, and Command D. If you see, you sometimes will need to adjust if you really want to do it with the lines or the grids that you put in your design for being more specific. And then again, Alt, you drag the thing, let it, and Command D. And you repeat exactly the same thing for everything. So Command D, and then you just need to adjust where do you want to put the things. And again, Command D. Amazing, we almost are done. But then here, if you see, we have these lines. So I want to put again the same lines. So we are going to the brush, and then the brush, it's going to have different aspects. So here it's the line of the brush. If you put it like this, and the brush, it's going to fall like if it was a shape. So we change it, and then here, for example, okay, so we change the brush, and this is the number or the weight that you are going to have in your brush. So if you want to make clear lines, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. So the thing that we are going to do is press shift and then drag the line, and you are going to have a perfect line. But I don't want it like this. I want it to be more playful, let's say, as if someone write it. So I'm going to use it this one, and it's going to have a different texture. So I can put it here, and we can duplicate it with Alt again, here, again here, and here. And for the same thing, we just can put Shift, and we are going to draw our line, and again here. Amazing. So yeah, that's the way you can usually do a simple and a fast creation in Illustrator. If you want to zoom in, you can put a Command or Control plus, so you can notice the details, and Control or Command minus, and then you go back. Okay, after this, we don't want to see, let's say, like the lines, so we can select them and we can just erase them. Cool. After this, the only thing that you really need to take in consideration is that, okay, I already have the image, I already have the design, now what? So you go to the file, and then you say export, export for screens. So here you name your image, so best one, and then here you choose where you want to have this, let's say, image, or where do you want Illustrator GIF, TIFF, and so on. But I really recommend you to have PNG, because it's the one that it's the lighter in terms of weight, but also that quality of the image. So then I'm going to save it in the desktop. I choose desktop, and then here you can see the different formats that we have. So I'm going to choose PNG, and then I'm going to select everything. If you have one, like more than one table that you are working on it, you can choose the range, and you put here like the number of from 3 to 5 I want to export, not everything that you are doing. And then you put here export, and then should appear like a window where you have your image. Cool. So now you have your image here. Let's open, and that's it. So also for sure you really need to, let's say, save the file. So you go to save as, and then you save it. Also here you can save as EPS, IT, PDF, and so on, SVG. But the important thing is, like, if you have Illustrator, or the opportunity of, if you need it as a PDF with a good quality, you can also have this option here. So you save it, and that's it. So it's going to start saving. Here it's the version that you can have. So for example, I can save it in older versions as CS6 or CS5 and so on. We are also going to put like a compression and being compatible to PDF. So that's everything for today. You will say okay, and then Illustrator do the magic, and you already have your image. So thank you for this, and hope you like it. And that's it. We hope to see you in the next course, and bye.